As always, my friend, we're going to start by having you jot down this sentence, mistakes and all. You'll hit pause, make your corrections, then hit play when you're ready to return to me and look at the answer key slide. All right, your first sentence this week. This morning, both Ron and Mike were in English class. They gave an interesting presentation on their research. All right, you're going to hit pause, and I'll be waiting here for you when you're ready to go over the answers. All right, first up, we need this comma right here. It is separating off the introductory time element, that introductory element, from the main independent clause. I'm also going to suggest that we strike the word both. We don't need it. It's just kind of filler there in the sentence. You don't need both Ron and Mike were in English. You just need Ron and Mike were in English class. Obviously, I've named them, so it's both of them. So whenever possible, strike extra words that don't contribute to anything in the sentence other than just lengthening it. I have a run-on sentence right here. You probably heard it when I read it. There was a pause because it's two separate thoughts. It's two separate independent clauses. This time I've stitched them together with a comma and the conjunction and, which is one of the fanboys, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. That special class of conjunctions that gets a comma before it if you're using it in the middle of a sentence like this. You know by now, because we've talked about run-ons a lot this year, you have other ways you could fix it. So maybe you threw a semicolon in there and that would be perfectly fine. Maybe you did a full stop after class, you put the period, and then you capitalized the T and they, and that would be fine. So whatever you did, as long as you addressed it, give yourself full credit for that one. And then I have the wrong there. So it's not the contraction they are research. It is the possessive pronoun their research. So make sure you clean those up. Not too bad this time. Pretty straightforward. Oh, this next sentence, though, it's a doozy. All right, let's go. To be honest, the obstacles are not insurmountable. They are real and formidable. Oh, I'm going to give you a heads up. For this one, you'll probably be striking some stuff to increase the power of the message. So let's see how you do on cleaning up this sentence grammatically and in terms of style and usage. Hit pause, make your marks, and then hit play when you're ready. All right, we'll start with the easiest one here, which is that you have an introductory element that you're going to separate it off from the main idea. The main idea is the obstacles are not insurmountable. That's your independent clause. This, to be honest, at the beginning is just extra stitched on at the beginning. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. But for now, you do need a comma separating it off as an introductory element. All right, now let's talk about the messy stuff. Not insurmountable is actually a double negative. And as my math friends can attest, negative times negative equals positive, right? So let's just stay in the positive. For power in language, you want to avoid the double negatives because they just slow us down and confuse the reader. So we're saying that you can get over the obstacles. That's the message of this sentence, that there are obstacles in your way, but if you dig in and you do the climb, or climb up there, really crawl, you can get there. It's sort of like graduating high school, right? Like there's obstacles, they're there, but you can get around them. Or college, right? If you're trying to earn that college degree, you can do it, but it's just going to take some work. So that's the message of this sentence, and not insurmountable doesn't help clarify that. So we'll say the obstacles are surmountable, and we want to spell it correctly, of course. So throw that U there. Then I have a run-on sentence happening right here. And again, I fixed it with a comma and one of the fanboys. I've chosen yet for this sentence. You could do a semicolon here. That would work. Or if you're like motivational speaker guy, I guess you could do like a long dash for extra drama. I just felt like the fanboy was fine. So I went with yet, just to clarify that. Now, I don't love real and. Now, this is not technically an error, but I just feel for the power of the flow of the message, you don't need it. Like it's obviously they're real. We're talking about them. It's just filler to me. So I'm going to suggest that you actually strike that. And here's what the sentence, and actually, you know what, before we even get there, I think we should strike this one too, to be honest. I feel like it slows down the message. And to be honest, when anybody ever says that phrase, to be honest, I feel like whatever they say after that, they're not actually being honest. You should just be honest all the time when you're talking. So don't say to be honest, right? It's just filler. So I'm going to advise that we actually strike that one as well. And that your sentence is, the obstacles are surmountable, yet they are formidable. Right? Like prepare yourself, it's coming. So that's my advice. It looks like it's such a tiny little sentence, right? When I showed it to you at first, you're like, haha, Randazzo, this is easy. But then you're like, dang, girl, That's a messy one. All right. Hey, it's Messy Monday. Hopefully, the rest of your Monday is a little cleaner and easier than this sentence here. I will be back on Wednesday with a deep look at 3 high-level vocab words, and always again on Friday. 3 times a week, you've got me here, High School English on the YouTube. I hope this is helpful to you. Hey, if you're liking the series, give a little thumbs up, a little like to the video, or subscribe to the channel. Whatever you got to do, I appreciate it, and I will see you again on Wednesday. Bye, y'all. Have a good one.